Hi everyone, it's Robyn and welcome back to my channel after what has ended up being a very lengthy sort of hiatus and I apologize. Also, I apologize in advance. I am just getting over laryngitis and so my throat is a little scratchy, so I'll probably be speaking a little bit quieter. And I know that some people are going to be like, okay, so you haven't filmed since 1982 and then you decide to film when you can barely speak. Like, pfft, right on, Robyn. I've my kids are going to be out for like the winter break tomorrow, and if I didn't film today, like, it's just, yeah, I saw an opportunity and I decided to grab it. I'm going to do a collection of sorts today, not the promised handbag collection, although I'm going to try and figure out a way to film that. I might have my husband film me doing that so that because I can't figure out a place to do it which doesn't require me bringing everything downstairs, and I'm just, I can't do that. No, that's just too much. So I'm going to do my best today to do a fun video. Maybe it's probably a little late in the holiday season, but there's still some shopping days left. It's not a gift guide. It's actually my candle collection. I get a lot of questions about my candles. You guys are, I love it. I love you guys. And occasionally, like, I'll get questions about the candles that are in the background, or, you know, I post a lot of candles on Instagram and things like that. Candles, okay. My home is important to me. The way it looks, the way it appears to other people, in terms of, like, I want it to be comfortable, I want it to be warm and inviting and cozy, and I want it to smell good. I've got a dog. Although I have it on pretty good authority, Francesca, who would not lie to me, that when she walks into my house, it doesn't smell like dog at all. So, like, so far, so good. I'm pretty happy with that. So, I consider candles to be, I consider them a necessity. I consider them a legitimate household expense. It's up there with, like, groceries. I always have candles, and I always have a sort of a backstock of candles. So I will buy a candle without any intention of burning it, like, in the next day or two. I've had some candles, like, I buy candles for you know, like, I recently bought a candle that I'll show you in a little while that I have no plan to burn until spring, but I had the opportunity to get it, so I got it. So yeah, so candles. Much like handbags, I started at the bottom of the candle. And when I say the bottom, I am not bagging on anybody's candle choices. I'll kind of explain why. I started down at the Bath and Body Works and Yankee Candle, you know, rung of the candle ladder. I am not saying anything bad about those candles. They're great. They burn strong. I mean, like, a Bath and Body Works pumpkin something candle, like, you will smell that in the next door neighbor's house. Like, it is legitimately has fantastic throw. However, those types of really sweet, like, bakery food scents have a tendency to give me a bit of a headache. So I have now veered off from burning them for the most part. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and launch in. I will say that, with a very rare exception, the scents that I like are always gonna be very warm, very, like, incensey, very, like, distinguishable, I don't know how to explain it, like, warm, woodsy, natural kind of smells. I'm looking around, I'm trying to think. Yeah, for the most part, that's kind of what I kind of prefer. I am going to do, not like reviews of any of these, I'm just going to show you, tell you what I like about them. If I can remember the price, I will. So I'm just gonna launch in. This is not gonna be one, this is not really going that well already at 4 minutes in, but I'm 4 minutes in, so we're just gonna, like, we're gonna stick through it and do it together. Okay, this is a Bella Freud candle. It's called 1970. It smells like what I imagine 1970 smelled like. It's an incense with, like, a patchouli. However, it's not like a dirty hippie patchouli. Like, there's no nasty, stinky, like, hippie quality to this. This is what I imagine good, clean incense and patchouli smells like. It's just, there. If I had, of all these candles, if I could only ever have one candle for the rest of my life, it would be this candle. And that is no faint praise because I've got some pretty amazing candles. But 1970 by Bella Freud is without a doubt the one that I always have at least 2 or 3 in the house at all times. And I always have 2 or 3 in backup because I like, love this. So 1970 by Bella Freud. Okay, I've got a couple of Jo Malone candles. This one is Pomegranate Noir. Somewhere else I have another one floating around. I like Jo Malone candles. I find that these burn better in a small area. So these are not, except for this size, this is not going to scent like your entire room for the most part that I have ever found. But I also have big rooms. I know that sounds really kind of like, you know, my rooms are just too big for these candles. It's just that the house that I live in, my rooms are all like 35 feet by like 20 feet each floor. It's hard to explain. It's an old Georgian. So yeah, but these are great candles. These make amazing gifts. I love these. Okay, next. This is a Nest candle. This one in particular is Birchwood Pine. This is the nicest Christmas tree candle I think I have ever burned. It's so nice, although it does go neck and neck with this one, which is by Taka. They're more known for perfume, but they do some candles. This is the, you know what, French? I think I just need to take French because French is going to forever be my Achilles heel. Okay, it's spelled, you can't see that. Chamonix, Chamonix, Shamyamama, I don't know. It is pine and rosemary, and it's really, really nice. It's just not as strong as this one, but it has, bitter is the wrong word. It lacks the sweetness that this one lacks, which sometimes that's actually really nice. So this one has a little bit more of like a true pine sap smell because that eucalyptus really, or not eucalyptus, that rosemary gives it a really fresh, like herby scent. Okay, this is Jo Loves. Okay, so, oh gosh, guys, sorry, this is gonna be real glary, I think. Jo Malone was bought by Estee Lauder, I believe, and then she started her own company, which is now called Jo Loves. She's got a whole range of perfumes and things like that. She also does candles. This is Christmas trees. I actually got this last year and totally forgot about it, burned it, and then literally wrapped the whole thing in plastic wrap or cling film and put it away in with my Christmas decorations and discovered it when I was unpacking those, and it's absolutely still very strong and it burns really strong. I'm going to do my best to go ahead and get through this the rest of the Christmas season because those other 2 candles are pretty much, they've been burned maybe a 5th, and I can definitely wrap those up and put those away for next Christmas. The Christmas Trees by Jo Loves, though, is a fantastic Christmas tree scent. Okay, this brand is Cire Trudon. I've got several of these. This one is Ernesto. Ernesto kind of smells like kind of like a men's cologne type scent. And my other favorite one by them is Solus Rex. My husband says Solus Rex smells like cat pee. I don't smell the cat pee scent, the note cat pee at all. I don't see that in the description. It's very sharp and very herbaceous. Solus Rex is what I imagine the Downton Abbey library would smell like. It just smells like old, leathery, dusty, I don't know. It's not something where you'd walk into somebody's house and be like, oh, I smell your something candle. It's just like your room would smell really warm, like very warm is the only way I can describe it. Like I said, though, I don't burn it that often because my husband really, well, who wants to have their house smell like cat pee? So there you go. Okay, so this is a Votivo. No, I'm sorry, lies. I have some of those upstairs that I didn't even bring down. Voluspa. This is the French Bourbon Vanilla. This is really nice. It's a 2-wick. It smells like vanilla. I don't smell any bourbon, but it smells, there's a creaminess to it that takes away from the too much sweetness of the vanilla. My English, like my grammar today is just out of the park. Too very much, I can't, Robyn, okay. Anyway, this is so pretty when it burns because you probably can't see that. It's got a mercury glass. Maybe you can kind of, yeah, it's got like a mercury glass jar. This will be really nice when I finally finish burning it, as you just take off the little wrapper and it'll be like a really pretty little trinket jar, maybe for my vanity. I could put like cotton, you know, cotton pads and stuff like that. Okay. I'm going to save these for last. I'm going to start getting into candle backstock that I have, which I know that's, you know, most people, you know, buy a backup of a lipstick or, you know, their skincare cleanser. No. I buy a backup of candles because if there is a zombie apocalypse, I need my house to smell fresh. Okay. So this is one that I got recently. This is the, well, it's just Fig by Diptyque. This is the 300 gram. This one burns for many, many hours. It probably tells me somewhere, and I don't know. Many hours, lots of hours, many fabulous hours. I don't know. The reason I bought this, I'll kind of go into it in a second, is I also burn Faux de Bois by them a lot. And word on the street is that in her boutique, Victoria Beckham burns this and Faux de Bois together. And when I was in the boutique and I smelled them together, it's, this is such a nice scent though. It's very, green. Yeah. Very, very nice though. This is another one that makes an amazing like housewarming gift or like a hostess gift. And Diptyque does from little sizes all the way to, I'll show you guys in a second, the bigger sizes. But Diptyque, in my opinion, if I had to stick with one brand of candle besides the Bella Freud, I would probably do Diptyque because they burn clean, they burn with fragrance, like heavy, strong fragrance from top to bottom, and their customer service is fantastic. I have once had a bad experience with one candle and I sent them some pictures and they're like, oh my gosh, it's unacceptable. If you can make your way to the boutique in London, we will happily sort that out for you. I got there. They not only replaced the candle, they upgraded it to the next size for my inconvenience for having to come in. And they gave me a free gift of a wick trimmer and a whole bunch of samples and some matches. I mean, like, who does that, you know? And it wasn't user error but Diptyque, like, you have my love forever right there. Okay, next. This is True Grace. This one is called Library. It's another similar one that smells like leather and dusty books and fireplace and like grandpa's pipe type of a thing. It's just a very warm scent. I don't know if these are available outside of England. I don't know. Google that. It says here a smoky blend of cedar and sandalwood with a little birch tar, amber, and moss. Yeah, that's about right. So nice. Sometimes I keep these in their boxes and stuff. Well, first of all, it keeps them dust free, but there have been a few situations where I've needed an impromptu gift for something, and it's nice to have like something I can grab. So, but I'm hoping I never have to give this away. And if you're in the UK, Ocado sells True Grace. So if you want to slip some stuff into your weekly grocery budget, you can. Your husband will never know. Okay. Another Diptyque, Faux de Bois. And I sometimes I'll burn these and then pull them out and put them away and kind of cycle out my candles. So that's a Faux de Bois. I have a rose. I have a fig. These are the votive, like the regular size votive candles. Another Faux de Bois. See, I might have a problem. I might have a slight Faux de Bois issue. This is another True Grace. This is Portobello Oud. I don't even know. Are selling exotic food, spices, and antique leather furniture. This smells, it's so good. It's just warm. It's oud and warmth and incensey and ambery and so nice. This would be a good one to burn like in the bedroom. Bow chicka bow bow. Okay. See, backup of 1970. I think I've recently given a 1970 away to somebody. Okay, this is a Nest candle that I got when I was in California in August. I don't know, August. Nest candle. This is cashmere suede. If you are familiar with Nest, because you're at home in the States, you'll know that Nest candles are the funk. These are so good. Cashmere suede. As my girl Francesca says, when she smelled it, she goes, oh my God, that smells like men. And she's right, like in the best possible way. Not like Not like gross man, like clean man. This is what Mr. Big smells like from Sex and the City. It just smells expensive and like men's cologne, and yeah, this is going to be one of those that I'm going to burn probably a lot in late winter going into spring, but I might burn it with something sweeter to kind of pair with it to soften the warmth of it for spring. I don't know, we'll see. Because I also have Nest in Grapefruit. This is truly a very tart, almost makes your mouth water, almost makes your teeth hurt, sour, tart grapefruit smell. Amazing. And I'm anticipating that, like the Christmas tree one that I have, or the one that I have that smells of Christmas tree, birchwood, that this is going to have amazing throw and just be very clean and burn very evenly and nicely. Okay, nothing else over here, which now takes me into, because we're 16 minutes in, into I'm winding it up. Okay, ugh, this one is by the White Company. I've had this for, I think this is my second Christmas having it. It's just about at the end of its lifespan because it's got like finally a burnt area there, like a thin area. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the 6-wick winter candle. It has orange slices and holly berries and cinnamon sticks and everything embedded in the bottom. Excuse me. This, I almost thought when I bought this at first, I almost thought that I had made a huge mistake because it comes wrapped in plastic with like a bow, almost like a cake. And when I unwrapped it, my whole house, I mean, there was not a room that was immune, smelled of the cinnamon, clove, orange smell, and it was strong. I mean, I was just like, oh, holy night, I don't even know if I can do this, because it had to dissipate or else there was no way, because if it was that strong when it was just at rest, burning, I was like, they're gonna smell it in France. Alas, it calmed down. They do not smell it in France, but 2 years on, and this candle still gives really nice, mellow, orange, cinnamon clove, like throw when I burn it. And this was 85 pounds, but the White Company consistently does 20 and 30% off codes, 25% off codes. So I didn't pay full price for this. I keep it on a cake plate over in the kind of that part of the room. And what I love about this is when I turn the lights down low, not in like a bounce way, but and burn it, the candle line is down to here. It just glows. It's like this yellowy orange. It's just stunning. This would make an amazing Christmas gift that I would definitely, if I was buying this for like a friend, I would buy this early and just say, look, I'm giving you your Christmas present like 6 weeks early because I want you to enjoy the hell out of this while, like, as we go into the season, because you know how kind of by Christmas you're sort of over all the holiday scents and you just want to burn something that isn't holiday. I would hate for a whole year, like you'd miss the whole season and you'd have to kind of put it away until next year and they wouldn't even be able to enjoy their Christmas presents. That's just me telling you how to live your life. Get used to it. Okay. This one is not a secret. This one has been around. This is the large faux de bois. Okay, to give you an idea, this is a standard sized candle by any stretch, like by any standard. Like most candles are this size. So this is them side by side. This is actually a faux de bois as well. This bad boy has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wicks. The middle wick is struggling right now. I need to mess with this candle. And I currently am using a White Company lid because it fits perfectly and looks really nice. So these are not cheap. This one was 180 pounds, but I have burned this so many times and it just looks so good, and it's actually a decorative piece, and this is one of those that fills the whole house with a fragrance. That's the faux de bois. It's firewood, like fireplace or whatever. I think faux de bois means probably something firewood, I'm sure. You know what, I wonder if the Diptyque thing tells me. I'm sure it does. Wood fire, see? That's a stunning, stunning gift. That's a gift for somebody that you really like though, like a lot. That's not something that you take to like a gift exchange. That's something that you buy for like your mama or your grandma if she's into candles, or yeah, something like that. Okay, and because I'm insane and I like the big candles and I couldn't resist, when this came available at Christmas on Space NK and on Diptyque, I had to have it. This is the same size. Again, it's one of the big ones. This is bay. It is my bay. This is, I can't remember what bay is supposed to smell of. Berries, maybe it's berries, but it's not strawberry-y. If any of you guys have the Votivo red currant, to me it smells like currants, like the popular fragrance of currants that, you know, that you would smell like in, you know, whatever. Super nice, super fresh. This is the kind of scent that I think would definitely work year round. I think you can burn it with something like a warmer scent like the Faux de Bois to warm it up. I think in spring though, this is going to be fantastic, and I think in summer as well, because summer is a hard season to burn candles. You definitely need something light and fruity because it's warm out, but yeah. And a lot of times, depending on where you live, your house is closed up because you've got the air conditioner running. So you definitely need something to freshen the air. I think something like this would be fantastic. So this is beautiful. It's black and then it has hand painted like gold stars. Something to know about Diptyque. If you buy Diptyque candles in the boutique, especially these big ones, they will give you these matches, and they're the long, let me put this down, and they're the nice long matches, but I have used my boxes of matches and run out and have gone into the boutique and just said, hey, is it possible to buy? And they're like, no, we'll just give you matches, it's fine. So they're really generous. Their customer service is just exceptional, and I've always been impressed with just the people that have worked there and the customer service that I've gotten. So those are those two big ones. And then the last thing that I bought, quick backstory. I asked my husband this year for, sorry, I'm having a bra malfunction. Sorry. I had asked my husband, I really would like for Christmas the Diptyque advent calendar, and Home Skillet dropped the ball, and by the time he bought it, because he was in the States when I mentioned it, he came back, they were sold out. He was looking on eBay, they were like 450 pounds, and I'm like, don't even, like, no. But I was super sad. I ended up going a different direction, and when I looked at the advent calendar, the Diptyque advent calendar, it's amazing, but I think that half of the advent calendar days were the candles, and then everything else was like mini perfumes and like body creams and things like that, which is great, but not the reason I wanted the candle or the advent calendar. I wanted it because I wanted the little candles. So I was on Space NK, and I had some indulge points, which if you're in the States, think Sephora points, but you can redeem them for actual cash towards a purchase. I had that, and then I had a gift card from a promotion, and so I ended up treating myself to this, which is 12 of the little votives, like they're the mini votives. So for instance, like this size when it's empty will hold like makeup brushes. This size will hold like Q-tips or cotton buds. These sizes will hold like paper clips and things like that. So let me show you. So this was a set of 12 little candles. There are 2 missing because one was tuberose, which I do not like the scent of at all, so I gave that to my daughter to just put on her little nightstand because she actually likes the smell of tuberose, and these have quite a lot of throw. And the other one was amber, which my bestie Francesca ended up with because she loves the amber, and I like the amber, but I don't love it the way she does, and so I wanted her to have it because she'll enjoy it much more than I would. The other scents in here are, I'm just going to read it from here, bay, mimosa, roses, fig, jasmine, the tuberose that I mentioned, cypress, noisetier, which is nuts, or I think that's hazelnut, amber, faux de bois, pomander, and benjon, or I don't know, benjon, I'm going to say. Oh, yeah. So I'm looking, there's the American English translation. So yeah, hazelnut tree, I was right. Yeah, so These are little guys. This was a set of 12 for 120 pounds. So these ended up being, these ended up being 10 pounds each, which is a lot of money, I agree. But these, I think, how long do these burn for? I'm sure it tells me somewhere. I think these have a pretty decent burn time. I want to say these burn for like 10 hours. I don't know. No idea. But here they are side by side. See, just little guys, but super cute. This would be really nice to put on a nightstand, you know, like of a guest room. And I think that in spring and summer, if I mix them around, I'll burn them like up on my mantle, which is up there. And they'll just look really nice. I also know somebody who bought one of these, and she also bought like the little gift wrap, or those little cellophane bags, and she gave these out to like teachers' aides and things like that, and office staff, and just wrapped it with like really cute little like the red and white striped baker's twine, and it really looked super cute. And so she was able to gift 12 separate people for 10 pounds each, which that's not so bad really, because you know a teacher or a staff can only stand so many boxes of chocolates and things like that. So anyway, I'm looking around. I think that's everything. That is it for my high-end candle collection. I'm sure I've got more floating around, but that's just what I grabbed and pulled down. So, yeah, it's been nice to be back behind the camera 26 and a half minutes later. For those of you that celebrate, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa. I'm not sure of any other holidays coming up, but if you do celebrate something in this holiday season, I wish you a beautiful time with family and friends, and peace and joy and all that good stuff, and lots of cookies. And if you do celebrate Christmas, I hope Santa is good to you this year. And I wish you all just a great rest of 2016. Here's hoping for a better 2017 though, okay? You guys take care. Bye.